Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hemashailaabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a warm welcome. The pure, innocent, unsullied love from the bottom of the heart of those, forest inmates was very beautifully seen in the last Doha which we saw yesterday. Ek dekhi bata chah bhali Dasi mridula trinapata Kahahi gavaiya chinukushramu Gavanaba abahi ki prata. Very beautifully they said. Some of them they ran. You remember while they were walking? Some of them ran and then beautifully prepared a place with grass and soft leaf for Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra, Sita ji and Lakshman ji to, of course, Lakshman ji would not lie down, to sit and relax, and Ramchandra ji, Sita ji to even lie down. And then they said, with so much of love, my God, expecting nothing, asking nothing, just out of pure love. They said, please rest a while. You must be tired. You must be so, walking such a long distance. Naturally, you may have some physical pain also. Therefore, please rest a while before you depart. Either you depart after some time or if you depart tomorrow. So their inner desire was, let Ramchandraji stay there that night and then he can move tomorrow. Till then, they can enjoy the darshan of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. एक कलश भरिया नहीं पानी अंचयनाथ कहि मृदुबानी सुनि प्रिय बचन प्रीति अति देखी राम कृपाल सुशील विशेषी जानी शमित सिय मन माही घरि कपिलंबु कीन्ह बट छाही मुदित नारी नर देखहि शोभा रूप अनूप नयन मनुलोभा एकटक सब सोहहि चहु ओरा रामचंद्र मुख चंद चकोरा तरुण तमाल बरन तनु सोहा देखत कोटि मदन मनु मोहा दामिनी बरन लखन सुठिनी के नख सिख सुबग भावते जी के मुनिपट कटिन खसे तू नीरा सोहहि कर कमल निधनु तीरा जटा मुकुट सीसनि सुभग उर भुज नयन विशाल सरद परब विधु बदन बर लसत स्वेद कन जाल सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भई सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। एक कलश भरि आनहि पानी. One of them, or maybe 2-3 of them, ran and brought a pot full of water. When you stay somewhere, basic necessities are there, you see. So one pot full of water. And said in soft terms, very, very mridubani, as always, my lord, rinse your mouth. Meaning what? You must be tired. You must be having a dry throat. Therefore, rinse your mouth. Suni priya bachana preeti ati dekhi. Suni priya bachana. Listening to their beautiful, soft, loving words. Preeti ati dekhi. He saw that extreme love in them. Innocent love in them. Pure love in them. Ram Kripala Susila Bisesi. The tender-hearted and most friendly Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji, Jani Shamita Siya Manamahi. He could feel that mentally he perceived what? Sita ji is a little fatigued, is tired. She is so delicate. And it is, forest traveling is not so easy, and that too walking with barefoot. And Sita ji was traveling, therefore she was a little tired. Ghari kabilambu kinha bata chinhi. And then under the banyan tree where they had prepared all the grass and soft leaves, Ramchandraji rested a while. Mudita nari nara dekhahi sobha. with lot of love, with lot of joy, with smiling face, Naranari, both of them men and women, Dekhi Sobha, saw them with great delight. That loveliness of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, Sita ji, and of course Lakshman ji, they saw their loveliness, they were so delighted. Rupa Anupa Nayana Manulobha. You know that beauty. You know what do you, that there's a beautiful word for that. Peerless beauty. Absolute beauty. Rupa Anupa Nayana Manulobha. It captivated their eyes, it captivated their heart. It was so beautiful. Such an experience can never happen when you look at some other people in the world. Maybe when you see very, very little tiny kittens or puppies. When you see not the grown-up ones, the kittens, little ones and puppies, it is so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. 1,00,000 crore times, bigger, 1,00,000 crore times deeper, 1,00,000 crore times beautiful was Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji and Sita ji. Ekataka sabasoha hi chahu ora. And all of them stood in a circle. Not for protection or anything, that was Lakshman ji's job. But all of them stood in a circle so that others will not get covered up. And then they went on looking, went on gazing. Their eyes were fixed on Ramchandra ji and Sita ji. Ramachandra Mukha Chanda Chakora. It was Ramchandra ji was so beautiful, like the moon which is encircled by all the chakora birds. How often, after a long time, we are hearing chakora. Tarunata Baranatanu Soha. With this most beautiful, graceful, handsome form, possessing, they say hue, they call it H-U-E, hue, of one particular tamala tree. That hue, early mornings or late evenings, you'll find that hue. Dekhata koti madana manumoha. It was like crores of Kamadeva put together. Was a fascinating look of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. Damini barana lakhana sati suthini ke. Lakshmana also. It is not that only Rama is being praised. Lakshmana also was so handsome, so bright, and it was very, very, his prowess, his valor was seen in his physical form. He was also very handsome and beautiful. Nakhasika subhaga bhavate jike. And all of them were so charming from the toe to the tip. Nakhasika. From the toe to the tip, they were appearing so beautiful. And it attracted all of their minds. Munipata kathina kasetu nira. They were wrapped with the bark of the trees, meaning they didn't have all that silky attires which they were wearing before. And then a quiver fastened, one quiver of arrows were tied in their waist. They have not yet lied down. They must be sitting, therefore the quiver is still there. Sohi kara kamala nidhanu tira. Both the brothers carried the bow and arrow, were in their lotus hands. They were carrying the bow. Maybe Ramchandraji may not be carrying, but it is always there in the quiver. Whereas Lakshmanji is always found. Even here you see, Lakshmanji is always with the arrow. Ramchandraji, it is there in the quiver. So this way, they were appearing. See how beautifully Tulsi Das ji expresses his joy of seeing Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. Jata mukuta sani subhaga urabhuja nayana bisala. Their matted locks, jata mukuta, were coiled like a crown, very beautiful crown. They were looking very beautiful with that. Urabhuja nayana bisala. They had very broad chest. And long arms, and then big eyes. What do you mean? Not like scaring like that. Big eyes meaning those eyes which were looking so beautiful and bright. Sarada paraba bidhu badana bara lasata sweda kanajala. While their faces were looking so beautiful, it resembled the beauty of the autumn moon. Sharada Ritu. So beautiful, so beautiful. Lasata Sveda Kanajala. Along with that, there were some small, drops of sweat, which was also looking so beautiful because they have walked such a long distance. It was looking like beads as though of sweat. बरनी न जाई मनोहर जोरी शोभा बहुत थोरी मति मोरी राम लखन सिय सुंदरताई सब चित वही चित मन मति लाई तखे नारी नर प्रेम पियासे मनहु मृगी मृग देखी दियासे सीय समीप ग्राम तिय जाही पूछत अति स्नेह सकुचाही बार बार सब लागहि पाए कहीं बचन मृदु सरल सुभाए राजकुमारी विनय हम करही तिय सुभाय कछु पूछत डरही स्वामिनी अभिनय क्षम भी हमारी बिलगुन मानव जानी गवारी राजकुवर दो सहज सलोने इनते लही दुति मरकत सोने श्यामल गौर किशोर बर सुंदर सुषमा ऐन सरद सरबरी नाथ मुखु सरद सरोरुह नयन सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। बरनी न जाई मनोहर जोरी। The pair, Ramchandra ji and Sita ji, was so charming that it cannot be explained in words, beyond words. Sobha bahut thori mati mori. Sobha, the loveliness, bahut thori, unbounded, even intelligence cannot understand. My intelligence is so poor to understand or express the charming, the loveliness, the beauty of the pair. राम लखन सिय सुंदरताई सब चित वही चित मन मति लाई. All of them were only gazing on Ramchandra ji, Sita ji. They had no other thought at all in mind. How wonderful! If only we also, without any other thought, ekachitta, ekagrata manaha, when we are able to think of Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, even our mind will experience such a beautiful joy. Everyone were only looking at Sri Ramchandra ji, Lakshman ji, Sita ji, and with their mind they were watching. Not only eyes, the mind was also fully involved in it. Very many times we look at something but we don't see anything. How often in such classes you may be looking, of course in this even if you don't look doesn't matter because I will not know, but even in the physical offline classes, so many people, they go on looking at me, but when I ask questions they don't respond. Why? They were not there, mind was roaming around somewhere. Ticketless travel, mind, is it not? So sometimes you see something, but actually you don't see, only you look at something. But now look at that. Everyone were not only watching Ramchandraji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji with their eyes, but the mind was completely behind that eyes, meaning complete attention only on them. And their body, the eyes are watching, the mind is also seeing. The intellect is fully absorbed in it. Meaning what? Sharira mana buddhi is completely integrated, and the only activity of them was watching Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji and Sita ji. Takhe nari nar prema piyase manahu mrigi mriga dekhi diyase. Thake nari nara prema piyase, they just stood motionless. Thake means standing motionless, and the eyes also, even the eyeballs also were not moving as such. They were only watching. All the Naranari people, men and women, motionless, they were looking. Manahu mrigi mriga dekhi diyase. Even, the like mrigi mriga, here mrigi mriga refers to deers, the male and female deers. Sometimes you will find them very many long time, they only see at one point, and their eyes are so beautiful. Like that, they stood motionless as they saw Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji and Sita ji. Siya samipa gramatiya jahi. Gramatiya. Gramatiya means the women of the village. All of them, they came near Sita ji. They approached Sita ji softly. Puchatati sanehu sakuchahi. With lot of inhibition. With a little bit hesitation. But they could not stop asking because they're so curious. That inquisitiveness to know them. Puchata, they asked, Ati Saneha, with lot of love, Sakuchahi, with so much of inhibition. They asked, Bara bara sabalagahi pai. They wanted to go. Again and again they went nearer, but then they stood straight. Why? That hesitation would not allow them to open their mouth. Very many times they tried. Kahi bachana mridu sarala subhaye. And then later they addressed Sita ji with very, very soft voice, with lot of reverence and love. Rajakumari binaya hamakarahi. Hey Rajakumari, please accept our prostrations. We request you to answer these questions. Tiya subhaya kachu puchatadarahi. We were actually, because of the woman modesty, the culture is being brought out here. These days, those cultures are completely lost. Let me correct myself, not completely lost, but more so it is like that. 95% lost, 5% because of the grace of Bhagavan and because of the culture of the elderly generation, it is still there in only some parts of Punya Bhumi Bharata. And yes, some very wonderful people still live in other parts of the world with such culture. Unfortunately, in this Punya Bhumi Bharata, we are losing all those cultures, and fortunately, the other countries are picking up our culture. You will find so many videos with American women, Australian women, Japanese women in particular. All of them, they wear sari on the celebration day, which we Bharatiyas celebrate. They wear, and our people, we should not talk, otherwise it will become very, very bad. Sannyasis should anyway not speak about it. So pathetic. So pathetic. Wearing very inappropriate dresses even on social celebrations. Krishnashtami, Ramanavami, etc. They wear such pathetic dresses. How will Bhagavan even look at them? Rama. They were so cultured. Hey Rajakumari, Vinayahama karahi. Please accept our namana, namaskara, and with vinamrata we request you. Tiya subhaya kachu puchata darahi. Until now we were a little scared in asking, but because of our curiosity, because of our that inquisitiveness to know, we are asking you this question. Swamini abhinaya chamabhim hamari. Hey Swamini, hey Rajakumari, if it is we are asking if we have done anything wrong, please forgive us for this question, and it is, please don't get offended. Bilaguna mana bajani gavari. We are all, after all, village people, rustic women, we don't know all those culture. We have not been taught. We have not gone to the school. Look at that. They are rustic women. They are village people, not gone to school, uneducated, illiterate. Such women have got wonderful culture. And what to talk of our educated women? Think. Culture. Please, I keep telling you, give that culture to our next generation, at least now. Rajakuvarado sahaja saloni. The princes who are there are naturally graceful, naturally beautiful. It cannot be expressed through words. They are so wonderful. Inate lahi duti marakata soni. It is as though it is from them. Marakata and Sone, Marakata emeralds and Sone gold have got that luster, that beautiful glow. They must have got it from them only. Maybe even the color. Ramchandraji's color was like the emerald. And Lakshmanji's color was like the gold. Syamala gaura kisora bara sundara sushama aina sarada sarbari natha mukhu sarada saroruhanena. Syamala Gaura Kisora Bara. Shyamala, the one which is of dark complexion, and Gaura, brilliant, fair complexioned. Sundara Sushama Aina, both of them are very beautiful in tender age, very young, very attractive. So handsome, captivating, all beauty. Sarada Sarbari Nath. They have faces resembling the autumn moon, meaning they are so bright and beautiful. Continuing. Koti manojala javani hare sumukhi kahau ko ahi tumhare सुनि सनेहमय मंजुलबानी सकुची सियमन महुमुसुकानी तिनहि बिलोकि बिलोकति धरनी दुहु सकोच सकुचति बरबरनी सकुचि सप्रेम बाल मृगनयनी बोली मधुर बचन पिक बयनी सहज सुभाय सुभगतन गोरे नामु लखनु लघु देवर मोरे बहुरी बदनु बिधु अंचल ढाकी पियतन चितई बाह करि बाकी खंजन मंजुतिरी छे नयननी निजपति कहे उति नहीं सिय सयननी भई मुदित सब ग्राम बधूटी रंकन राय राशि जनु लूटी अति सप्रेम सिय पाय परी बहुविधि देहि असीस सदा सोहागिनी होहु तुम जब लगे मही अहि शीस सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। कोटि मनोजल जाव निहारे लजाव निहारे कोटि मनोज crores of Kamadeva who supposed to be the most beautiful, even all of them put together, Koti Manoja, crores of Kamadeva were put to shame with the beauty of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Sumukhi kahun ko ahi tumhare. O fair lady, please tell us, how are they related to you? Very much feminine psychology. How are they related to you? Curiosity. Curiosity. That inner intensity to know who they are. Not with a negative thinking. Suni sanehamaya manjulabhani. Snehamaya, Manjulabani, Suni. Sita ji, listen to the beautiful, sweet, caring and loving words of those women. Sakuchi siyamana mahumusukani. Siya, Sita ji, Manu Musukani. She was so delighted in her heart when they asked, how are they related to you? You know, this is a very beautiful experience of pure love. When somebody wants to know about those people whom you love the most, this also happens when the mother is asked about very cute little children. Mother becomes so delighted. Is it not? Similarly, Sakuchi siya mana musukai. She was so delighted in her heart and she smiled within her heart. Of course, her lips also must be smiling. Tinahi biloki bilokati dharani. Having thought about it, she immediately put her head down. She was looking at the ground. This is a common expression of a very beautiful, orthodox, simple, humble, loving woman. Common expression. She immediately put her head down and her eyes were looking the ground. And now see, Duhusa kocha sukuchati barabarani. Now this Sita ji, a fair complexioned lady, felt, very delicate how to express. This is not our culture, actually speaking, to express about the husband or the brother-in-law to others. This was not our culture. Therefore, why not our culture? Because of that, very beautiful bhava of, shyness, we may say. Sita ji was experiencing that. Boli madhura bachana pekabayani. How did she spoke? With a voice as sweet as Sakuchi Saprema Balamriganayani. Balamriga. It was like the tender young cuckoo bird. The way it would, make sound. With that soft, beautiful sound, Boli Madhura Bachana. She also spoke Madhura Bachana, very soft words. How? Pikabayani. Pikabayani is a very interesting, they call it as fawn-eyed, very beautiful eyes. Bright and big and very, very flashy, with lot of love and care, She replied with these sweet words, with her eyes wide open. Sahaja subhaya subhagatana gore, namu lakhanu lagu devara more. The one whose mannerism is artless, meaning what? It was very, very simple, very beautiful, very good mannerism. That face which is graceful, and that person is called Namu Lakhanu. He is called Lakshmana. Laghudevara More. He is my younger brother-in-law. Bahuri badanu bidhu anchal dhaki, piyatana chitai bhoha kari bhanki. Now when it came to Ramchandra ji, look at that beauty. Her words did not come out, but her expression, with so much of, shyness, so much of inner joy, delight, of love, which cannot be expressed. Her expression was so much, the body language was so much that the others understood he was her Lord, husband. Khanjana manjutiri che nayani. And she, in between, glanced Ramchandraji from the sides. I may not be able to dramatize that, please. With the sides, she beautifully, lovingly, with all shy, she looked at Ramchandraji in between. Her beautiful eyes, it was like Kanjana bird. It is a very special kind of bird which wags his tail so beautifully. Her eyes were so beautiful, and the very moment of her eyes looking at Sri Ramchandraji was so delightful to all the women also. Nijapati kahevuni tinahi siya sayanani. Through sayana. Sayana means what? In very, very beautiful sign language, she indicated that he was her husband. Bhayi mudita saba grama badhuti. Grama badhuti, all the village women, they were very delighted. How? Rankanaraya rasi januluti. Just as the Papa Ranka, he stumbled upon hordes of riches. How will it do? He just walks on a small hillock of riches, gold, diamond, emerald, pearls, everything. He stumbled on that. How will he actually feel a pauper? So that way, all these women were looking at Ramchandraji, and of course Sita ji also, now with that beautiful expressions that Sita ji gave. They were so joyful. I think Tulsi Das ji was also carried away by the beauty what he imagined, and wrote these two chaupais, the last two chaupais, which was so delightful. Ati saprema siya paya pari bahu vidhi dehi asisa. Now all these women, all of them fell at the feet of Sita ji with so much of reverence, and they invoked upon her all Bhagavan's blessings. Sada sohagini ho tumha. Now they all don't know who Ramchandra ji and Sita ji are, and Lakshman ji, of course. Therefore, they said, may you ever be happy and have a happy married life for eternity. Sada sohagini sumangali. Ho be like that. Jabalagi mahi ahisisa. As long as the world, the earth, rests on the head of Sheshanaga. How I know it is so very difficult to express the amount of love they must have had towards Ramchandra ji and Sita ji. Look at that, coming out of the bottom of the heart. May you remain Sumangali as long as the earth remains on the head of Sheshanaga. It is so difficult for me to express, but what to do? I have to do. But I love to do also. We will continue tomorrow. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।